Bad Lies.
Welcome to No Bad Lies, a golf podcast hosted by me, Andrew Santino, comedian, actor, golfer, lover, whiskey consumer, and not in that particular order. On this first episode of No Bad Lies, I do a one-hole walk and talk with Cam Smith, the shoey shaman, as I like to call him. Didn't know if he liked it. That's okay. Still going to do it. Took a little one-hole walk and talk with Cam down there in West Palm Beach, Florida, at Dutchman's Pipe. Why is it called Dutchman's Pipe, you might ask? I asked the exact same thing to one of the kitchen staff, and they said, Google it. I did. You should. You'll see. Pretty cool, pretty clever. Fun time for Players Week I had with Cam Smith. And here on No Bad Lies, the gist of the show is I do a one-hole walk and talk with a player. I give them deliberately bad lies, terrible lies. I'm going to bury the ball. I might throw it out of bounds. They might have to hit from a hazard, hit from the water. Who knows? We'll see. We're going to get creative this season here on No Bad Lies. All the while telling me about a time in life they got a bad lie. We've all experienced this. Sometimes life puts you in a corner. How do you get out of it? The unexpected will do wonders for you. In fact, it's where we say we probably gain the most ground in life, is coming out of a hard spot, figuring out how to succeed in a tough time. And that is this show as a whole. We're going to be interviewing celebrities, golf enthusiasts, golf professionals, golf coaches, and then just people that like golf. Sometimes it's just going to be a buddy of mine that really, really likes golf. But on the first step, I was blessed to be able to play one hole with Cam Smith, the man from down under.
Are you hitting wedge off this tee?
I'm going to hit wedge off the tee. You think you're going to hit a driver? What's a degree on that driver?
10.
10. Yeah, it's a little amateur. I'm a little surprised, I'm not going to lie. I thought you'd be closer to like an 8 or a 9. That's not bad. All right, so this is, we're gonna play this hole out. You'll hit, I'll hit. I'll give you a couple of bad lies. Let's see how you adjust. So $100 long ball. Whoever outdrives the other one, $100. Cash.
Okay.
And I don't take Venmo or any of that other stuff, so it's got to be cash. $100.
You got a wedge.
I'm gonna switch it out. This is just for balance.
Yeah,
it's like a cane for me. I think I thought this morning in the shower, I was thinking about you in the shower. I thought about calling you the shoey shaman. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
The shoey shaman. That's a new nickname.
I'm actually quite nervous. I've never played golf with a shitty comedian before.
Wow, dude.
I've played golf with plenty of good ones. But...
Okay. The guy gets to see, he gets the captain, and he thinks he's the top dog. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I'll take that.
That's pretty good. All right. So we're gonna walk up to my tees up here. Let's go up here. See, you have to pay attention to the way things go. We're walking up to my tee. Spence, grab this, caddy. Grab this.
Thank you.
And I'm all the way up. You know that, right? These are the senior tees. I'm 41. What is it? What's the senior tees? I get to hit from the other ones.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, great. I think these, right? These are like the adult tips for a guy like me.
Yeah, I would say pro tees, and then
what do you call these? If that's pro,
I would say
what are
like
these?
amateur tees. Good amateur tees.
Gammeters?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take gammer. I'll take a gammeter today. So tell me, I wore this for you today. Are you impressed at all at my Royal Melbourne?
I did see that.
You liked it, or you don't like it?
I do like it.
You
I do like it. It's like
do?
a bit of a flex, though.
Well, I did this because of you, because I thought, well, you're as an Aussie. I got to play a lot of courses. I stayed down there for a while, and I thought, what's going to make him feel like we're real boys? Yeah.
There's nothing like home, like a ginger in a Royal Melbourne shirt.
That's exactly right. Call me what you really want to call me. The name is Ranga. I am
Ranga. That's it.
The big Ranga dog. No, but I wore this because I was there for a little while. I played it. I thought, this is a good shout out to you, because I loved it down there. I love Melbourne. I know you're a Brisbane dude.
Yeah.
But this is still kind of a secondary home. Is it your favorite course down there?
You know what? I think every time you play a course in Melbourne, it becomes your new favorite. Like they're all so good. That
Kingston and Victoria, Yarra, and all that stuff. And
you're like, oh, that one's the best. And then you go play the one next door, and you're like, that one's the best.
That one's even better.
Yeah.
Right. So here on the show, No Bad Lies, we're going to give you a couple of no bad lies, but what I like to put into your head is, life gives you a couple of bad lies. Can you recall recently when you caught a bad lie in life that you had to wiggle your way out of, or you got put in a situation that you had to find a good way to get out of it? Unfortunate, but it turned out glorious for the win. Think about it while I smoke this 375 down the middle of the fairway. I've been watching Bryson hit balls over his house, so I feel like I'm tuned in right now. And not to make excuses, but herniated disc, L4, L5, real bad right now. So if I end up dying here today, it's on Cam Smith. That's too cutty.
That's all right.
It's not bad. All right.
That's fine.
That's not bad.
I would
Look,
say you had a 50-yard head start. We'll
not 50. It's about 36. I walked it off. It's about 36. Don't get too liberal with it on me. So what I'm trying to figure out is, your life is changing hugely recently, right? You got married a couple years ago.
Yep.
What's going on with that? How's that? How did that change everything?
It's good. Well, it really didn't change much at all, to be honest, because she's such a cool chick, but it's been awesome. She travels a lot with me now.
She's on the road with you?
A lot of the time she is, yep. Recently, she's pregnant at the moment, actually, which is awesome, so we're expecting our first child, which is
Let's hope it's not a
really
ginger.
Cool.
Let's hope it's not a ginger.
Well, you know what? I've actually mentioned that to her because my mum's a ginger.
Oh, dude.
And her mum's a ginger.
Oh, no. Yeah, that the odds have it.
Yeah.
That's really bad for you, man. I'm really sorry about that. Well, hopefully she'll become a model like myself and foray into comedy and acting. I mean, I spent the first 12 years of my life modeling. Just for a local photographer in town. Actually, I never ended up anywhere for some reason, but just someone in the neighborhood always taking pictures of us. But
yeah.
No, but that's great. Congratulations. And we don't have a name yet. And I know it's full paw to ask for the name, but I do imagine you're going to give it something tied to the golf world.
Yeah, I think so. I love golf and I spend a lot of time around golf, but I also love to do other stuff. So I don't know, maybe something different.
Well, you're a big fisherman.
Yeah.
You're a big fish dog. I mean, what if you named him Reels? Real. Or
well, it has to be a he first.
Yeah,
Could be a she.
Could be a she named Real. Fish on. What are some other fishing nicknames that you could give? What could the kid be?
I don't know. Fishing's kind of hard.
Bobber.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Bobber's really good. Although if it's a girl, that's not a good name. Bobber's coming over. You're like, oh boy. Yeah. No, cut that out. No, yeah. You've got a competition coming up, so I've heard. Hold on, we found a ball. Is this his?
I was pointing this out to the camera.
Oh, watch out. I was going to say, I thought there was a ball over there.
No, mine's on the fairway.
Is it in the fairway?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure about that. That's you over there, and I think I'm up on that hill. Interesting. Boy, oh boy, he is good. Man, he's good. The ball striking ability out of this guy is incredible. I tried to get in good with him, let him call me a ginger, a ranga, try to smooth it over. He took a couple shots at me, and that's fine. I get it. I still like him. He also told me he's expecting a baby. Congratulations to Cam and his wife. Now, a lot of people would say, what's going to happen with his game once he becomes a father? It's an interesting point that some golfers, their game wanes, right? For the average golfer, for most of you at home, you got a family, you get married, you have a baby, it gets a little bit tougher to get out there and play with the boys or the girls. To really sneak that in the middle of chaotic, busy life and a brand new baby. But I think Cam is going to succeed. My money is on Cam. If I'm going to Vegas, baby, I'm putting it on Cam. I think he's only going to get stronger this year, better, more wins, more power coming out of him. He's a great captain. He's leading the boys well. I asked him who would help him out of a bad situation. Let's say he had a couple of too many road sodas and he's out and about. Who's going to pick him up? Who's going to rescue the boy when he's out late at night that needs a sober driver? Who would he call? Cam gave me some insight into his friendly competition with Dustin Johnson about fishing down there in Florida. It's a boat competition, really. That's what it's truly about. Who got that biggest boat? Not me, I'll tell you that. I'm not a boat guy. Can't afford one. Would love one. I'm more of a pontoon guy. Not really a speedboat guy or fisherman guy. Give me a toonie. Give me a toonie and a case of beer and a little speaker and let me disappear. That's my poem. You have a fishing competition coming up with DJ, true?
Yes.
So are you a better fisherman than he is?
I haven't fished a lot with DJ, so I don't know. I like to think we go right on the boat.
Sure.
But I feel like that's just a little bit of maybe cockiness coming out. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
What you're trying to say is you think you're a superior fisherman. You just don't want to say it.
I don't know.
I get it, dude. It's fine. You can say it's not a big deal. So it's going to be one-on-one. What is the deal? Is it like who catches the most fish? I mean, we're
yet to kind of work that out, but I think we'll be in South Florida, which I'm going to make an excuse is his home.
It is his home.
I'm North
You're
Florida.
more north, I know.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
So we'll be down here, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully we get down like a week early and we can go test some stuff out.
Right.
I really want to beat him. I'm the most competitive person ever, so I feel like if I lost, it would just be another thing that he would have over me, which he's got a lot of things over me.
Name one. Name one.
Like all the tournaments he's won.
Okay, name 2 or 3.
He's probably like better looking. He's taller.
No. You know you've got my vote. You have, and you could tell him I said that. He thinks he's hot, dude. I think you're much better looking than that guy. No, you know what? It'll be a friendly competition. Are you guys going to have a couple of sodas while you're out there?
I think so.
Yeah, you have to, right?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I'm interested to know about your squad, the Rippers, right? You guys are close off the course, right? You guys like to go out and have some fun. I'm curious to know. So let's say you go out, you have a night, you get a little torn up, and you need to call one of your teammates to come pick you up. Who's going to answer the phone and come pick you up?
Geez, that's a good one. Leash
is reliable.
He's reliable, but he could also sleep for Australia. That guy sleeps like 14 hours a night.
Really?
I don't think you could wake him up. Jonesy's always up, actually.
So Jones might be the move.
Yeah, he might be the move, but he's also up because he may have had too many sodas.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you call him and he's like, I can't do it, new man.
So it might be Herbie.
Yeah, you got to call Herbie up.
He might be.
And Herbie just won't pick up the phone. He's like, never mind. I know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, it's great to know about all the teams, and not to really reinforce the live world, but it's great to know that you guys are all boys off the course. It does create this great camaraderie and true
it's awesome.
Teammates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's unreal.
All right, show me this next shot. We're gonna have to give you a bad lie here because this was pretty good. Can we get the camera to make sure that's my ball up there? I did outdrive him. He owes me $100 American. That's USD, dude. I don't want that stuff down there. I don't want that funny stuff with the queen on it. Give me USD, baby. And this is his ball. So while you had a chance to think about it, life does give you bad lies. I'm gonna give you a bad lie. Have you had a moment that's come up in life that's been a little bit of a tough struggle for you that you're like, it was something you had to get out of and you had to really learn from it? I'll give you an example if this helps.
I got a good one. When I first turned pro, actually, aspiring young pro, come over to the US for my first Q school, and I missed my tee time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, how did you sleep? You sleep through it?
I just fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, and that was like a bit of a kick in the butt because I was really excited and keen to get my professional career kind of going. But in hindsight, it was probably one of the best things I ever did. I went to Asia and got out there, played some really good golf, and then ended up getting over here because of that. So it all worked out, but it was a bit of a year there where I was like, dude, I messed it all up.
Well, now you don't miss a tee time ever, do you?
No.
I'm
early there.
Early, yeah. You set 2 alarms now.
Yeah.
All right, come over here. Let's give you a bad lie, because I think you can get out of this pretty easily. This is kind of easy muck stuff, but let's see if you can hit this ball. Do a little draw ball around there.
You plugged it a little bit too?
I plugged it just a little bit. Life gives you a couple of plugs. All right, Spence, let's hear it. What are we talking distance-wise? And we're not allowed to use guns in tournament, by the way. We're only doing this now because this isn't official, although
131.
131, little breeze to the back,
down
just a little bit. Is there anything, now that you're a Florida boy, is there anything that you miss from Aussie culture that you just can't get here? Like you just can't get a good beer here, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
I like the beer here, don't get me wrong. There's only 2 types of beer. There's a good beer and a better beer.
Ah.
And the beer is better in Australia.
The beer's better in Australia. You heard it here first. That's interesting. And also the coffee. They brag about the coffee.
Yeah, the coffee's good.
They brag so much about it's good. But it's coffee.
Yeah.
It's going to come out of me in an hour and a
agree.
half. So it's not that it's not that big of a difference. All right, so 131, a little bit of breeze at the back, says Spence. I'm thinking it's a 126 shot if I'm going to be your caddy.
I'm going to it's kind of giving me like a little bit of a draw vibe.
A little draw shot.
So I'm going to try and land it on the right side of the green and kind of spin it down.
Spin it down. Okay, let's see it happen. I believe in you so much.
Although it is like plugged a little bit. I like how you did that just
Yeah,
to
well, I had
mess
to.
me up
That is a
little
bad
bit.
lie. Life's going to give you these things. God.
Come out soft.
Go. Oh, a little shy. A little shy. All right, here, plug me. Give me the bad lie. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see what I can do. 131.
You know, I'm going to be nice to you.
You're going to be a little nicer?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to not plug you, but like kind of sit you down a little bit.
Okay, great. Just sit me down. And just same thing, a little draw ball.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
On
Okay.
demand?
Yeah, I can. For you. I like to, when I want to show off, I can. For you, I
you.
can. Yeah, you're hitting this almost like a little sand shot, but yeah.
Oh, dude, nice. That might be too long.
Really?
Yeah.
Come down the hill.
Come on. Come on. Nice.
She's down a little bit. Not bad.
Nice.
I also connected with Cam about Royal Melbourne and all of the wonderful courses in Southern Australia. I really do think I played some of the best golf I've ever played in the world down there. Royal Melbourne was a treat. I played Yarra and the National. I got to play Kingston Heath. A bunch of really fun courses, challenging in all different ways, especially when it's on the water down there. The wind is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And probably the most mysterious treat of all, I played Capital Golf Club. Capital Golf Club is so strange, in a good way. There's a casino chain down there called Capital Casinos that you get to go play if you're someone that likes the dice and the cards. And they also own a golf course. Now, this golf course is for dignitaries, high rollers, presidents. You see the photos when you walk through the hallways, and it looks like it's in a time capsule. I was shooting a movie down there, and I was able to walk around and also enjoy the course and play it, probably because of Zac Efron, let's be honest. But it was wild. No one plays. I mean, nobody's there. It's private, without members. It's invite only. There wasn't a divot out on the range. It almost looked like a movie set itself. It was a beautiful course. It kept in great condition. And there was a little tiny private runway right next door to the golf course. A lot of little small planes coming and going. Felt like a little scene from Narcos. But it was very fun, and I was happy to be able to play it. I appreciate Capital Golf Club for letting us go goof around there and letting me beat Zach and take his money. You still owe me the money, Zach. But back with Cam, I gave him a few terrible lies. He was also able to get out of that with ease. It was a joke. Didn't stutter step one bit. No shake in that guy's core. Smooth as ice. And what I really learned about Cam was he's just as friendly on and off the course, and he doesn't really take much serious, which I love. You know, look, in golf, a lot of it is in the noodle between the ears, but you got to kind of let things go and not take the job and the game serious because it's golf. And Cam kind of showed me in his demeanor, in his gait, in the way he walks. You can just tell he's a smooth captain. Doesn't let much shake him. Not a lot of turbulence in that guy's life. And if it is, I bet you he's not freaking out. I bet you he's staying steady and chilling out. So the beer is the biggest issue. That's what we're finding, that we can't get a good beer here in the States. So I'm a big Guinness guy, but they pour great Guinness all over the world, right? Because they have to learn. The good pubs have to learn.
Yes, absolutely.
This is another interesting thing I found when I was down there. A lot of the pubs are called hotels.
Yeah.
And I guess I read, tell me if I'm totally off, but it was because travelers, it was required at the time by the Australian government to have a space for them to rest. You can't just serve just booze.
Yeah, correct.
So it has to be, they have to have a bed.
Yeah.
Have you or any of your friends when you were younger, did you have to use that bed at all? Did you have too many and you had to maybe take a little nap?
We use plenty of the gardens out the front. I don't know about the bed up the top.
Right. That's why there's plenty of parks in Australia. People don't know that. Those are government sanctioned because they want to have places for them to nap on the way home after they have too many. It is great. The culture down under is great though, of like kind of going out and everyone's out at night. It feels so alive when the nightlife of Australia is fantastic. I mean, I had such a good time, and everyone's kind of like, the buzz is great at night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which happens in a lot of cities in America, but not all the time. A lot of times you just get these like, it starts to die out early, but Australia, man, they keep it going. You guys know how to party, man. You know how to party. All right, so you're a little short, I'm a little long. Let's give you a little lie here in the sand, because this doesn't count. By the way, these rakes are insane. I don't think I've ever seen. Is this familiar to you? Is this a thing? A little crooked rake?
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, is there a way? Is there a way to do this? How can we do this that it's a rake lie? That's going to be kind of impossible, unless it's something fun like this. Let's see do you think you can get under that? What do you think? If it's like that, I mean, you're going to hit the pole.
I mean, you're the host, you know.
I think you have the ability to get under that. And by the way, given a not a tournament, but given some friendly play with a buddy, if the rake is like that, you got to play it like that, right?
Yeah. You can make rules like that.
I think you got to play that. I think you have to play it like that.
Golf needs to be more like that. It's too like.
It's too stringent and strict.
It's like, oh, you need to move that. You need to take a drop. You need to like move it over here.
Well, this
it's just like this: throw a ball out and have fun.
Yeah. See, this is my biggest thing about what's happening with the revolution of golf is I feel like more and more people are starting to understand it's for fun.
Yeah.
You're getting paid.
Yeah.
For you, it's important.
Yeah.
But for guys like us, when we go out and we goof off, it's like the pressure shouldn't feel.
Yeah, no.
No, just go have fun. It's too hard already.
Yeah.
Why make it worse? You know.
It is too hard.
It's too much. So show me how you get out of this if you can. This is an extremely unlikely lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unlikely because you would just normally move the rake.
Yeah, well, but in this show, we're seeing how you do. I do believe some way you're going to get out of this. Are you going to damage your club a little bit?
No, I don't think.
They'll send you a new one.
Yeah, it's sweet.
They'll send you a new one, man. How many sets do you get a year?
I probably go through like 3 sets of wedges and probably 1 set of irons.
And when you're done with them, you think you could send them to my house?
Yeah,
I'll give you my address.
This one's just about done.
Yeah, so give that to me at the end of the day today. I'd like that. That'd be very nice of you. I'll send you my address. You start shipping it. I'll pay for shipping and handling, but do ground. I don't want to do next day. It's expensive, dude. All right, let's see if you have some way to get out of this, if possible. Oh my God, he did.
Sit.
Unbelievable. All right, now you got to make that putt.
All right.
Spence will rake. Spence will rake. He's got it. He's got it. He's getting paid 10 grand to do this.
Thank you.
That's a great out.
Lean it up? Yeah, you're good.
And by the way, I knew you would be able to do this because, you know, I'm going to give you credit and also kiss the ring. You have one of the greatest short games in professional golf.
Thank you.
And you have for such a long time, you know, dominant, very, very dominant. And it's always impressive. Your balance and your patience around the green is genuinely something to like. It's something to admire as a fan.
Thanks.
It's awesome because there's a lot of pro golfers that around the green, you know, their consistency varies, and for a long time you've had such great consistency. It's impressive.
Thank you.
And I think it's going to continue. I think you're just hitting your stride. You're about to be a dad.
Agree.
You're about to be a
31,
dad. 31. You're in the thick of it. I'm 41, so I'm done in about a year and a half.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm going to retire.
And you've already had the back surgery and stuff?
No back surgery. I just have. I just keep going to physical therapy and I keep working through it. But you can tell my swing has changed as I've gotten older too. It just hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm also an amateur.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody.
He also showed me his short game, which was unbelievable. I had a 30-foot putt. I'd like to say 33. Who knows? I don't know. Little Scottie Pippen, little 33er. But I don't really know what it was. I think it was, I like to measure by basketball hoop. When I'm playing golf on the green, I always say that's about 3 hoops. It's about 3 hoops, give or take. And he read the putt for me perfectly. And you can see the results.
I want to have you read this putt. It's not often you get someone, a pro, to read your putt.
All right.
Let's see. You know, honestly,
What do you like to see? Like, what do you see in a putt? Do you see
what
like,
I see in a putt? I
do
see
you
it
see
either
like
going
the
in or
high?
nothing. That's it.
Yeah,
I
but
don't see anything else.
Do you see it like rolling like really high, or do you like to see it like enter into the hole, or?
Careful. Okay? This is for families. I really like to see it enter the hole. That's probably my favorite. I like to see it drop right in. I want to see it roll right over the lip and go in.
Yeah, but how are you reading a putt? You just walk up and hit it?
I usually go, Spence, what is it? And then he goes,
you blame him.
foot on the outside, and I go, what are you doing? No, you know what it is really? I like to stand over the ball like this. This is and I get just a little bit of instinct of the slope. I usually look at.
I like that.
I usually look at sprinkler heads to see where the high points are. So with this, I know everything is cutting pretty heavily down to the right.
Yep. I would agree with that.
I don't know the greens, but I imagine we're Florida greens, so they're a little bit slower, huh? And so
they're quick, but they're not like crazy quick.
So I'm thinking maybe I would argue like, if I'm gonna read this on my own without you, it's a foot on the left. Give or take.
It's probably a little bit more than that.
You think it's more than that?
Yeah, I think amateurs do a really bad job of reading greens.
Well, yeah, that's because we're not professional golfers. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said. I think amateurs are bad at reading greens. It's almost like they're not pros. Yeah, we're not. Leave us alone. We're terrible. All right, so you think it's a foot and a half?
I think it's more like.
You see that?
There's more like
that
3
burn mark?
feet.
Really? You think it's that high? Okay.
Well, this burn mark right here you're talking about?
That's about 2 feet on the left.
That's 3.
That's 3 feet?
Yeah, I think. Don't you think it lines up with this burn mark right here?
Kind of, a little bit of inside of that, but we have different. I mean, Australians and Americans, we have different measurement sizes.
That's like 3 feet, a little bit inside that.
All right, well, I'm gonna putt right to there. And what I like is speed. You tell me, speed-wise, you think it's about halfway there?
Yeah, maybe a touch more.
Okay. It was a really nice interview. It's really great to know you. That was
Great
awesome.
putt. Holy
okay,
shit.
all right, so how about I need to give you a little bit of a bad lie here. That was incredible. And it was a perfect read. And for the record, it was 2.5 feet. 2.5. I'll give 3 maybe.
The guy is a magician. That's the thing that you learn when you play with these pros. The ability they have to see something that the average person could never see in a million years, no matter how much we play. They have that extra little something. The way they're able to feel the green when they step on it, just a slight undulation. And also the tricks of the trade of knowing the grass and knowing the grain and knowing the time of day and how much the water affected it and when it was cut and when it was rolled. These things are unbelievable to watch because you can't believe that he's got that kind of measurement down. And you can see he's got great measurement when he read my putt.
So this is something that recently has changed in golf, right? You can fix someone else's divot, right? Someone else's foot mark, I should say.
Yeah, you can.
But let's just say we're back to the old days, and you've got a little bit of something there.
This is like what I putt on at home.
So this is Australian greens?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
I'm used to this.
You are. Well, this is what's interesting about playing down there, which I loved so much, was the courses are so unique in terms of like globally when I played anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, they are.
And they're also, the depth perception is really hard because a lot of that, like this is very defined foliage, right? It's very obvious.
Yeah.
A lot of that in Australia was very kind of hidden, came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And and you'd get stuck in a spot you didn't even know was going to be there.
And there's like a lot of like low-lying bush mixed with like
so much low-lying bush.
Yeah.
And by the way, not a fan of low-lying bush. Come on out. All right, this is going to be a little bit tougher. You're going to have to get through some muck here, but I do believe in you. I think
you've already won the hole.
Yes, that's right. I did. I won $100 and the hole, and we are going to mark that down for production so they remember. And I think this putt, if I'm you,
it's like a cup and a half.
It's cup and a half. It's exactly right. I would say a cup and a half, and that's it. Cup and a half, but getting through that might be tough. I don't know.
I don't know whether I have to hit this harder or softer or
listen, this is a bad lie, and you just have to figure it out.
Okay, I'm like excited to see how this is going to roll through here.
Oh my God, it got through. Not enough. My man, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was amazing. Cam Smith and the Rippers are going to take the season, I think.
2 in a row.
2 in a row.
That'd be nice.
Thank you for doing it with me, man.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. And then we can get an ATM when we go. Does that sound good? But Cam's a great dude, a great golfer. I think he's about to have a phenomenal season. I think his swing looked fantastic. I think his demeanor was great. And I really think he's going to be off to another chapter in his life, both in golf and in life, that are both going to combine to make Cam a winner once again. He's going to win. He's going to take some big W's while playing this entire season. And it was a pleasure to walk with him. I loved it. It was kicking off the season, kicking off this tour, kicking off this podcast. Very blessed, very grateful, very happy. And there's so much more to come. I'm going to sit with many, many players on tour. Hopefully get to play a hole, give them a terrible lie, and pull a few good stories out of them as we move along here on No Bad Lies.
No Bad